Burnout isn't just making people tired, it is pushing them out the door. More workers are now rethinking their jobs, and experts say it's not about climbing the ladder, it's about survival. So joining us now is Jessica Pierce, founder and CEO of Career Connectors. Great to have you back. Okay, we all experience burnout, right? I guess the main thing is in various levels and varying degrees, but how bad is it now?
Well, a lot of people, over half of the workforce, is feeling burnt out in some capacity, and the younger generation, Gen Z, is even at a higher level. And so everyone's feeling some level of burnout usually, but at a very high capacity right now.
Why Gen Z?
Gen Z, well, they're just coming into their careers, they're trying to prove themselves, they're maybe starting to get married, and they're just really all in when you're starting out a career and you're trying to climb that ladder, or get a new job or have a side gig going. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, and in your 20s, think about it. Back then, you're still trying to figure out what is best for me. What do I love?
Right.
What's my passion?
What's my passion, and how do I have hard conversations?
Yeah.
And just any of that. How do I set those boundaries at work? So that's all they're learning as they're coming into the job.
The 17-ish to the 29-year-old-ish. That's Gen Z. Also, high performers.
Yes.
They are really feeling it.
Yeah. So think about the people that do really great work. What do? They get more work.
I always say, Jessica, you know what I call them? I say, you are victims of your own success.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, sure. I'll take it on. I'll continue.
Right. Because, the boss thinks I can handle it.
That's right.
So let me just put more on our plate, right?
Yes.
Okay. So apparently there are signs that it can be ignored, right? And by the time people put in their resignation letter, it's kind of too late.
Yeah. And usually they have been looking for a job for the last 2, 4, 6 months or whatever while they're working. So productivity is already suffering, but they're ready to go. And I always say, if you're ready to go out the door, don't go land the same type of job in the same environment and culture that you're trying to get out of. Because that often ends up worse than when you at the company you're at right now.
Yeah, you'll be putting in that resignation even faster.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
If you don't know what is it that caused me to go nuts and hate my job.
Yes.
What else can people do to avoid this burnout?
Have the hard conversations, understand what's important, be able to say no, set up your boundaries, and know that work does not define who you are.
And that could be tough, especially when you think that, oh gosh, am I going to be maybe not given that project that I wanted from my boss, or maybe will I get fired if I say no? I mean, how do you delicately approach that conversation?
Yeah. Well, always crucial conversations going back to not being emotional about it. If a boss asks you, here, I need you to take on this, you can always say, I would love to, what do I need, what can I let go of to take on this project? So there's these communication skills that, and one of the reasons Gen Z struggles with this is because they really need to learn good communication skills. And that's a learned trait, especially in the environment they grew up in. So having those conversations with our managers, directors, bosses is essential, especially in the corporate America type environment.
Absolutely. Whether you're Gen Z or older.
Yeah.
All right. Great stuff. As always, Jessica.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now here's Ginger.